to the Graduation Coach Campaign's video series. The Graduation Coach Campaign is an initiative in Philadelphia that is committed to supplying adults with the information they need to help students graduate high school and move on to college and successful careers. You can find more videos like this one at youtube.com/gradcoachcampaign. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on new videos as they are released. Please feel free to pause, rewind, and rewatch this video at any time to get the most out of your viewing experience. Hello, my name is Saya Hormozi, and I am the director of the Graduation Coach Campaign. The information in this video was provided by Mighty Writers. Mighty Writers is a nonprofit organization that engages local writing professionals to work with kids and teens on their writing skills. You can find Mighty Writers sites in South and West Philadelphia, and all of their programs are free. Mighty Writers has been working with students on the college essay since 2009. They believe it is the most important part of the college application, that it's the one moment where your student gets to speak directly about his or her identity, life, and experience. In this video, we will discuss how you can help your student write and revise their college essay. If your student is still in the planning stages of writing their college essay, be sure to watch part 1 of this series called Helping Your Student Plan for the College Essay before watching this video. Once your student has finished their pre-writing process, it is almost time to begin drafting the essay. Before you can begin drafting with your student, it's a good idea to read some successful college essays and spend some time talking about what worked and what didn't. Johns Hopkins University's website features several successful essays for each year. You can find them at the link below. Remember, during the pre-writing process, you and your student established application deadlines, discussed the essay prompt, and brainstormed and created an outline. Make sure your student has all of these pre-planning materials on hand when they sit down to write. If possible, arrange a 2-hour block of time to be in the same room with your student as he or she begins drafting. You can provide an important sounding board for your student as questions about both what to write and how to write it come up in the course of writing. You might not have all the answers, but having someone to talk to as he or she is writing can help your student avoid writer's block and continue to move forward. Here are some tips for getting started. Make sure your student surrounds him or herself with their notes and outline. Remind them that they are not starting from scratch, but putting together all of the ideas that they've already been thinking about. For the very first step, have your student choose one of their ideas and write it as a thesis, which will be the main focus of the essay at the top of page 1, so they can refer to it as they move forward. Now, encourage your student to tell the story behind their thesis by writing it down, drawing from their outline for the main points. Remind them, however, that while the outline is a valuable guide, it is also okay to veer away from it to add new ideas as they write. Next, encourage your student to get as much on the page as possible. At this initial stage of the writing process, all related ideas are good ideas, and the sentences don't have to be perfect. Set a goal of writing more words than the prompt asks for. This will give your student more material to draw from. Later, they can edit their essay by choosing the brightest and most dynamic sentences to keep. After drafting, ask your student to share their college essay with you, other adults, and friends. If he or she has a small handful of supportive friends, you could even arrange a time for everyone to come together, celebrate the writing, and offer ideas for revision. Other students applying to college could bring their essays too, and you could conduct a writer's workshop. Whether you are working in partnership with your student and there are only 2 of you, or if you have a small group of other applicants as well, the basic steps for writers' workshops that produce meaningful revision are the same. First, the writer explains the task and the prompt to the group. Then, the writer tells the other people in the workshop what specific areas he or she would like feedback in. The writer reads the paper clearly and slowly aloud. Alternately, you or a peer could read it aloud. If possible, provide copies of the paper for all members of the group. When the writer is finished reading, they should get a notebook ready to write down the feedback. Everyone should begin by telling the writer what they liked about the piece, what moments they enjoyed, and what sentence really struck a chord for them. Next, the group, including you, the coach, should ask any questions that came up for them during the reading. What was unclear or confusing? Where did the listeners need a little more information? Finally, the group should offer up any further feedback using the college essay checklist as a guideline. You can download this sheet at phillygradcoach.org. The checklist asks, did you develop a multi-paragraph response to the prompt that clearly communicates something about you to the audience? 2, did you frame your essay using one place, one time, and one moment? Did you support your controlling idea or ideas with meaningful examples from your life? 4, did you organize your essay in a clear and logical way? It should not read like a 5-paragraph academic essay or an SAT essay response, but the organization should make sense. 5, consider your audience carefully. Admissions counselors, did you use appropriate language in a way that will make your essay stand out from other essays they will read? After the group session, you and your student should sit down and discuss the comments and ideas the student received from you and any other readers. Then, ask your student if they would prefer to revise alone or if they'd like for you to be nearby. Respect their choice and tell them how much you look forward to reading their final essay. Tell your student to keep revising until they are satisfied that the essay accurately and honestly represents something essential about his or her personal qualities or life experiences. You may even want to hold more than one revision session like the one we just outlined to make sure your student gets as much feedback as possible. At this point, your student is nearly finished, but before they copy and paste the essay into an application, go through it together and proofread line by line. Check for correct grammar, punctuation, spelling, capitalization, and other mechanics of written English. Reading the essay aloud is a good way to notice issues neither of you may have noticed on paper or on screen. Also, giving the essay to another person to read with fresh eyes is another way to spot errors you and your student might have missed. If you're not sure about something, the online writing lab at Purdue University is a great resource for all of your proofreading questions. Once your student does copy and paste their essay onto an online application, review it one last time to make sure that the essay is still formatted correctly. Copying and pasting can often eliminate space between paragraphs and throw off the entire flow of the essay. If your student mentions the college by name in the essay, make sure it is the name of the college they are sending the essay to. When students write to many colleges, they sometimes forget to change the college name in their essay. This is a common mistake that could cost them their acceptance. So let's replay the highlights with some do's and don'ts. Don't let your students start drafting their essay without doing some important pre-planning. This will make sure your student knows exactly what they want to write about. Remember, watch part 1 of this series called Helping Your Student Plan Their College Essay if you need help with this step. Don't expect your student to be able to write the essay on their own. Instead, offer support during the beginning of the drafting stage. And don't let your student get caught up in revising as they write. Encourage your student to get as many ideas onto the page as they'd like and then edit later. Do surround your student with their outline, notes, and other materials to help them write the essay. Do Be present in the same room while your student is writing and revising. Do encourage your student to write more than the required word count for the first draft. Do revise thoughtfully using the materials provided in this video. And do keep revising until you and your student are satisfied. So, what's the next step? Since your student already has notes and an outline, the next step is to arrange a 2-hour block of time when they can begin drafting. You can bring a book to read or something quiet to do while they write. Make sure they know that you're there for support and questions as they come up. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, Mighty Writers offers long and short-term college essay workshops, mentorships, and other opportunities to help teens write the college essay. To check for upcoming opportunities, go to mightywriters.org. To stay up to date on all the latest Graduation Coach campaign information, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. And for more information on other ways to support your student and more videos like this one, go to youtube.com/gradcoachcampaign.